Championship at the Bobby Welch College Field in Nampa, Idaho. Today's West Regional game features the Toros of Cal State Dominguez Hills versus the Nighthawks of Northwest Nazarene University. As a reminder to all spectators, please stay alert at all times during today's game. Softballs can fly into the seating areas, so be alert to the action. The NCAA and NNU wants everyone to have a safe and fun day. Now let's meet both teams. First, for the visiting Toros, the non-starters. Number 1, Joey Steinkamp. Number 4, Liliana Garcia. Number 9, Gabby Gandara. Number 11, Faith Hernandez. Number 12, Sarah Batt. Number 13, Maya Lopez. Number 18, Ashley Wees. And number 21, Mia Ayala. And now for the starting lineup. At second base, number 6, Alexis Aguado. In center field, number 23, Jay Ross. At pitcher today, number 14, Mariah Ramirez. At first base, number 16, Kaylee Hull. Number 2, Alani Ngayan is the extra player. Number 25, Mariah Rico is the shortstop. In right field, number 10, Kiana Abellero. At catcher, number 15, Sam Kotowski. At third base, number 3, Julissa Gomez. And in center field, number 21, Alex Davis. In his 19th season as the head coach, Jim Mayer also has assistants, Katie Garcia, Stephanie Jimenez, and Jared Mayer. And now let's meet the non-starters for your Nighthawks. Number 2, Gina Skinner. Number 5, Kaylee Duncan. Number 7, Alyssa Jeffrey. Number 10, Mari Kamamoto. Number 11, Lindsay Chiala. Number 15, Lauren Bergevin. Number 16, Maya Taylor. Number 18, Olivia Davies. Number 19, Emily Hernandez. Number 22, Annie Swanson. And number 23, Olivia Bailey. And now for your starting lineup for NNU. At second base, number 14, Emma Mulligan. At shortstop, number 4, Clarissa Moreno. At pitching, number 24, Sydney Booth. At third base, number 3, Abigail Gagnon. At first base, number 12, Emma Bumate. In left field, number 13, KK Bell. The extra player is number 6, Emily Romero. In right field, number 20, Jamie Obringer. In center field, number 9, Ava Clark. And catching this afternoon's game, number 21, Kelsey Adams. The head coach of the Nighthawks in his 12th season is Rich Wagner. And he is assisted by Hallie Swanson, Brittany Geniardo, and Riley Thomas. As we honor our great nation and the men and women serving our country at home and abroad, we ask that you please rise, if able, and remove your hats. And now the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to the campus of Northwest Nazarene University here at Halley Field in Nampa, Idaho. Sean Wally with you as we are set for Championship Saturday here in Pod 2 of the West region of the NCAA tournament. The host, Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks, taking on Cal State Dominguez Hills. The 2 seed Nighthawks, the 6 seed Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. These two teams played yesterday, Friday, in Game 1 in the winner's bracket. Dominguez Hills, a 2-0 shutout of NNU. So Dominguez Hills advanced to today. They have not lost in this double elimination tournament. So here's the black and white of it. Dominguez Hills wins this first game. They advance, and this tournament is over. They move on to the Super Regionals. If NNU can win Game 1, they force a Game 2 at 4 p.m. Mountain Time.
Game number 6, Alexis.
Did you get all that?
Aguado.
We'll definitely iron it out as the game goes on. Sean Wally here with you from Nampa, Idaho. Thank you for joining us. Aguado to lead things off for the Toros. She's a junior out of Fair Oaks, California. The same scenario going on in Bellingham, Washington, as Western Washington hosts the Pod 1 of the West Regional. They are trailing 1-0 in the second inning, and Western Washington has to win the first game in order to force a second game, just like Northwest Nazarene does here in Nampa, Idaho. So if you got all that, got it straight, we are underway. 1 ball to Aguado. That pitch over the inside corner. First strike of the day. Of course, the all-everything Sydney Booth in the circle for the Nighthawks. You'd probably have to tie her up, hold her back to keep her from not pitching in this game. The 1-2 on the way. Fouled off the screen. It's the NCAA Tournament West Regional Pod 2 Championship Saturday. Who moves on to the Super Regionals? Booth, the 1-2. Low, but it's swung on and fouled away. Aguado staying alive. Booth ready with the 1-2. That one fouled back. Lineup for the Toros: Aguado, Ross, Ramirez, Hull, Wynn, Rico, Ablera, Kwiatkowski, Gomez. For the Toros, the 1-2 again over the outside corner. Sydney Booth gets Aguado looking. 1 down and 1 strikeout for Sydney Booth, the lefty there, right over the outside corner. Not sure what Aguado was looking for. Maybe expecting the change.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Sydney Booth's 800th strikeout in her career at NNU.
And they're going to save that ball for Sydney Booth. That is her 800th career strikeout here at Northwest Nazarene University. Booth, such an incredible player, both from the circle and with the bat. J. Ross now for the Toros. Playing left field here this afternoon. That one hit to left field, shallow, but a diving catch is made out there for NNU. Bringing the glove, the defense. Bell out there. KK Bell with a nice dive. 2 down for the Toros. Heavy hitter Mariah Ramirez and great pitcher for the Toros. Up with 2 down. Booth fires home. Ball 1. Toros have got to be loose and fancy free, knowing if they lose this game, they still play another. If anyone is tight, you would think it would be NNU, knowing they have to win to keep hope alive. But so far, both teams doing well, seem loose and ready to play some softball. That pitch fouled straight back. 1-2 to Ramirez. The 1-2. Skied deep to left field. Will the yard hold it? No, it is gone. Ramirez gets the Toros on the board in the top of the first. A solo shot. Get another look at it. A high fastball, and she takes Booth out of Halley Fields. Toros up 1-0. Hull to the plate now for the Toros. They strike first. They win, and this West Regional Pod 2 is done. They advance to the Super Regional. 1-0 Toros, to the delight of their fans that are here and everyone in California. The 1-0 to Hull. Upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Booth the 2-0. Booth maybe slightly rattled after that home run. 3 straight balls. What a spot from Mariah Ramirez, her 20th home run of the season. Booth gets one over for strike 1. Booth the 3-1 to Hull. And she lost her. Ball 4. Gagnon from third base over to give a few words of encouragement to Sydney Booth. Clearly disappointed in giving up that home run. And now the Nighthawks up against it, down 1-0 in a must-win game for NNU. Adams out to talk to Booth in the circle. Nguyen up now, the designated player for the Toros. With 2 down, top of the first. Booth regroups, fires a strike. Booth's 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, through and into center field. Past a diving Mulligan, Toros with 2 on, already up 1-0.
Now batting number 25, Maria.
Take another look at it. Rico now for the Toros. That one will be foul and out of play. 1-0 Toros after the Ramirez home run. And with that home run, number 20, she tied the single season record for the Toros for most home runs at 20. A pitch upstairs. 1-1. Booth ready with the 1-1. Ground ball through the left side. Racing home. The throw to the plate is high. Toros lead it 2-0 here in the top of the first. Gagnon can't get it into left field. Strong throw home, but too high. And Hull able to score from second base. Toros, Coach Mayer couldn't have drawn this up any better. They win and they advance to the Super Regionals, putting the pressure on NNU early. 2-0 Toros, 2 down, top 1 and 2 on. Runners now at second and third. Win at third, Rico at second. After her RBI single, they advanced, the runners did, to on the throw home. Ablera now. She has big fly potential. She has homered in this West Regional. The 1-1. Outside for ball 2. The 2-1 from Booth. Into foul ground and out of play beyond the first base line. Hit off the top of a pop-up tent. It's beyond the field of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runs in for the Toros. Booth not used to giving up 2 runs at all, let alone in the first inning. That one's skied into right center field, and that will end the inning for the Toros. The catch out there by Jamie Obringer, but Dominguez Hills strikes first. 2-0 Toros as we head to the bottom of the first. Nighthawks up next. It's the NCAA tournament from Napa, Idaho.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
For the Nighthawks, second baseman, Emma Mulligan.
Nighthawks with some work to do here in the first inning. Already down 2-0. Bottom 1 now, Emma Mulligan up. She hit a 2-run shot yesterday, so we know she has home run potential. Nighthawks need a victory here to force a second game today here in this double elimination NCAA tournament West Regional Pod 2. 2-0 Toros. Strike 1 over from Ramirez. Mulligan hitting .330. 6 home runs, 14 doubles. 1-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back. 2 balls, 1 strike now. That pitch outside. Count goes to 3-1. The 3-1 to Mulligan, fouled back. Count goes full to the leadoff hitter, second baseman for NNU. The 3-2. Mulligan is going to get a single that drops into left field. Good start for the Nighthawks here in the bottom of the first. Take a look at Emma taking that inside pitch. Dropping it into left field. Clarissa Moreno now, the junior from Selma, California. She's the Nighthawks shortstop this afternoon. Ramirez fires home. Strike 1 to Moreno. Ramirez, the 0-1. Moreno, a hot single through the hole and into left field. Nighthawks not showing any tension, being down too early. Nobody out. First 2 batters reach for NNU. Sydney Booth now a chance to help her own cause. The senior from Puyallup, Washington. A Puyallup Viking alum. Booth hitting .279. Has 4 home runs. Wanted a big fly there. Strike 1. The 0-1 to Booth. Over the outside corner, Booth looks at strike 2. Nobody out, bottom 1, in what looks to be an offensive battle so far here in the first inning. Booth goes the other way, left field, chasing the left fielder back, making the catch out there is Ross. But Mulligan able to tag up and advance to third. Toro's appeal. Umpires say no, she did not leave early. So 1 down, sacrifice fly for Sydney Booth. 1 out now, runners on the corners. As the umpires will now talk things over, probably about whether or not Mulligan left early at second base. Coach Mayer with Dominguez Hills. Now they're saying Mulligan left early and she is out, to the delight of the Toros. Huge call there. As instead of 1 down and runners on the corners, now it's 2 down and a runner at first base for NNU. Can feel the air come out of that balloon. Tough call for the umpires without replay. But Mulligan called out. And there's a flare into right field by Gagnon. It's going to get the job done. She's going for 2. And now the throw gets away from the third baseman, and scoring is Moreno. Gagnon comes up big for NNU. A little flare into right field inside the line. As you take another look at it, it's out of view, but the ball is fair. Moreno heads to third, has to put on the brakes. The throw to third gets away into foul ground. Moreno scores. Gagnon to third. NNU gets one back. Man, would be a tie game if Mulligan was not called out, leaving early apparently on the sac fly, but nonetheless, NNU in business. 2 down, 2-1 the score. And their heavy hitter, Emma Bumate, at the plate. She takes a look at ball 2. 2-0 to Bumate. Bumate, 9 home runs. She has 1 in this NCAA tournament. Had 1 last weekend in the GNAC conference tournament. Fouls that one away. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Both teams brought their bats this morning. Now this afternoon, the 2-1 outside. Ball 3 to Bumate. Ramirez knows Emma can change the game with 1 swing, as Ramirez did in the first inning with her home run, the 20th of the season. The 3-1 to Bumate. And that's ball 4. Bumate takes first.
Coming to the plate, left fielder, KK Bell.
KK Bell a chance now to potentially tie the game with runners at the corners. The Toros want to talk things over. Out in the circle. Getting the entire infield together. What a wild first inning. Both the top 2 runs for the Toros. NNU, no sweat off their back. They've scored 1. Looking for more. Runners at the corners. 2 down for KK Bell, the freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. First pitch to Bell is low. 77 degrees already here in Nampa, Idaho, as the thermometer tries to reach 81 this afternoon. The 1-0. And that should end the inning, and it does. A little pop to first base, Hull the catch, and that ends the first inning. A fast, furious first inning. Toros score 2, Nighthawks respond with 1. We head to the top of the second. 2-1 Toros in Nampa, Idaho. Top of the second we go here in Nampa, Idaho. 2-1 Toros, their second chance here in the second inning, their second at bats. Sam Kwiatkowski now. She's catching this afternoon. The 1-0 to her. She can't connect there. Had a big swing, but it's strike 1. Sydney Booth has thrown 29 pitches. Labored through the top of the first inning. She's not used to giving up 2 runs in an entire game. Gave up 2 in the first. Count is now 2-1. Booth fires home. Fouled to the screen. Evens the count at 2-2. A tight game in the other West Regional at Western Washington University in Bellingham, Washington. 1-1 between Cal State San Marcos and the Vikings. That pitch just off the outside corner. Count goes full. Booth, the 3-2. Fouled back. Dominguez Hills out of the CCAA in California. They are the 6th seed in the West region. The 3-2 again. That's hit to second base. There to make the catch of the line drive is Mulligan. 1 down for the Toros here in the second.
Nice play by Emma Mulligan.
Right place, right time. Good positioning by Emma Mulligan.
Now batting, number 3, Julissa Gomez.
Julissa Gomez now for the Toros, playing third base this afternoon. The freshman from Lake Elsinore, California, takes a look at ball 1. Either way this goes, if Dominguez Hills wins either this game or a game 2, they will advance, but they cannot host the Super Regional. So, Western Washington, if they win 2 today, they will host the Super Regional. If San Marcos defeats Western Washington, then NNU, if they win 2, they host the Super Regional next week. And if San Marcos wins and Dominguez Hills wins, then San Marcos would host Dominguez Hills in the Super Regional. If you kept that straight, you deserve a gold star. The 2-1 on the way. Skied to center field. Tracking it out there for NNU. Clark has it for out number 2. So far, a much calmer, easier inning for Sydney Booth and the Nighthawks on defense.
Up for the Toros, number 6.
Compared to that first inning,
Alexis Aguado.
when not much went right for the Nighthawks, and they end up giving up 2 runs. Back to the top. Alexis Aguado, 0 for 1. Her second at bat now. She looks at ball 1. In fact, that first inning started out, the top of the first, started out nice for the Nighthawks. Aguado and Ross, both 2 quick outs. Then the wheels kind of fell off as Ramirez homered. For the first run of the game. Nighthawk fans wanted that strike, didn't get it. The 2-0 with 2 down. Bunt down. Gagnon has it, fires onto first. It is not in time. Good speed by Aguado. And the Toros have a base runner here in the top of the second. So we take another look at it. Good bunt down. Was on toward the pitcher. Gagnon raced to it, but the speed of Aguado too much. Jay Ross now for the Toros. She's 1 for 1. Swings at that one. A line drive to first base. Bumate handles that, and that will retire the Toros in the second. No runs. Toros lead it 2-1. Nighthawks, bottom of the second, up next here on the NCAA tournament from Nampa, Idaho.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
Bottom of the second here in Nampa, Idaho. Emily Romero, the sophomore for NNU from Eastvale, California. She takes a look at ball one. She is the Nighthawks designated player, which means all she does is hit today. Similar to the designated hitter in baseball. The change from Ramirez and a beauty. 1-1 the count. Nighthawks were able to hold the Toros scoreless in the top of the second. Score 2-1 Toros. Romero can't connect on that high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramirez collecting her thoughts in the circle. Such a great player as a pitcher and a hitter. 20 home runs on the season with that home run in the first inning. Tying the single season home run record for the Toros at 20. Romero, Obringer, and Clark due up for NNU. The 1-2. That's foul. Had to keep Nighthawks head coach Rich Wagner on his toes there. That one fouled away in front of him at the third base coach's box. Ramirez, the 1-2 to Romero. Fouled straight back. Outfield playing straight away for the Toros. The 1-2 from Ramirez gets Romero swinging. A strikeout for Ramirez.
Number 20, Jamie Obringer.
Get another look at it. An outside fastball. Romero unable to find it. First strikeout on the afternoon for Ramirez. Jamie Obringer now, the right fielder, sophomore from Newbury Park, California. She takes ball one. Obringer hitting .276 this season. The 1-0 to Obringer. The change. Obringer held up. 2 balls to Obringer. Ramirez ready with the 2-0. Upstairs for ball 3. Center fielder Clark on deck for NNU. Ramirez finds the strike zone. 3-1 now. One down here in the bottom of the second. The 3-1 to Obringer. She looks at strike 2. Obringer, 1 home run on the season, 4 doubles, 29 total hits. The 3-2 from Ramirez gets the strikeout. That's back-to-back Ks for Ramirez.
Now batting center fielder, Ava Clark.
Ramirez getting Romero and Obringer on strikes here in the second. Ava Clark now, the freshman center fielder from Woodinville, Washington. Trying to get something going for NNU here in the bottom of the second with 2 down. She follows that back to the screen. Clark also hitting .276, the exact same average on the season as Obringer, as that is flared beyond third base, but just foul down the left field line. You can probably hear all the cheering and chanting from the Nighthawks dugout, as my broadcast position is on top of their dugout. The 0-2 to Clark. Ramirez strikes out the side. Nighthawks retired in the second. You see Clark going after the high fastball, and we'll head to the third inning. Toros 2, Nighthawks 1. It's the NCAA tournament from Nampa, Idaho.
Ramirez comes to the plate for the Toros.
Ramirez leads off the top of the third for the Toros. Takes a look at strike one from Booth. Ramirez 1 for 1. And she has an RBI. Hit that home run in the first inning. The 1-1. Booth fires outside for ball 2. The 2-1. Upstairs. Booth being a little careful with Ramirez, as she should. 20 home runs on the season and 1 in the first inning. The 3-1. That's skied foul. Off the exterior wall of the Johnson Sports Center here on the campus of Northwest Nazarene University. Booth versus Ramirez, the 3-2. Again fouled away. The 3-2 from Booth. Upstairs, she lost her. That's ball 4. Probably a safer bet than giving her another fastball to potentially hit for a second home run. Kaylee Hull now, the Toro first baseman. She walked in the first. That pitch, skied to center field. Clark now running in, making the catch out there for NNU. 1 down for the Toros here in the third.
Number 2.
Up in Bellingham, Washington, Western Washington has taken a 2-1 lead over Cal State San Marcos in the fourth. Host Western Washington, the Vikings need to win game 1 to force a game 2, just like NNU has to do the same here. Win 1 for 1 on the day. She smacks that first pitch into right field. Obringer over there easily makes the catch for 2 down. Ramirez over at first base for the Toros after she walked.
Number 25, Maria Rico.
Rico now, the Toros shortstop, 1 for 1. Ramirez is at first base, 2 down, top of the third. That first pitch right over from Booth, 0-1. Rico hitting .285 on the season, the 0-1 tour. That's popped behind home plate and out of play. Bare hand catch attempted by a fan. He could not grab it. Booth ahead, 0-2. 2 down for the Toros here in the third. The 0-2. Gets Rico swinging. She goes after the high fastball, and Booth wins the battle. You see it right there. Rico unable to find it. We head to the bottom of the third. Toros 2, Nighthawks 1. It's the NCAA tournament from Nampa, Idaho.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Mulligan.
We begin the bottom of the third for the Nighthawks. The top of the order, Emma Mulligan hitting things off. Her .330 average. She hit a 2-run home run yesterday against St. Martin's. 2-1 Toros, bottom of the third. Mulligan a bunt. And she is called out because the bunt hit her. So the player is out if you touch the ball.
Shortstop.
Not how the Nighthawks wanted to start the third inning. Like the surprise element, don't necessarily expect Mulligan to bunt, but 1 down. Now it's Clarissa Moreno with a chance. She's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Moreno hitting .313. Does have 5 home runs, 13 doubles. The 0-1. She can't catch up to that high fastball, fouls it back. .36 pitches thrown for Ramirez. Here's 37. That's low and in the dirt. 1-2 now. Toros lead it 2-1. They're in the bottom of the third in Nampa, Idaho. Ramirez, the 2-1. Or the 1-2, I should say. Now 2-2. Count full, the 2-2 from Ramirez. Pitches upstairs. Count goes full now. The 3-2 to Moreno. Skied, foul ground. Over there attempting to make the catch. First base, that's Hull. But goes out of her glove and into foul ground beyond the stadium. So we'll do the 3-2 again. 1 out, bottom 3. Toros lead it 2-1. The Toros victory, and they move on to the Super Regionals. The 3-2. Laced to third base, but there, ready with the glove is Gomez. 2 down for NNU here in the third.
Now the plate.
Pitcher versus pitcher now. Sydney Booth from the left side. Ramirez fires home. Ball 1. Ramirez ready with the 1-0 to Booth. The change, high. 2-0 now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. We're at Halley Field in Nampa, Idaho. Ramirez, the 2-0. Booth takes strike 1. Ramirez, the 2-1 to Booth. Sidney cracks that into left field, and it's over the head of the left fielder, Ross. Booth going to second, and she will stop there. Ross playing too shallow. You take a look at that. She does start back, but just not getting back far enough. Ball goes to the wall, allowing Booth to get to second base and in scoring position. Opportunity for the Nighthawks to tie the game if Abby Gagnon can bring Booth home. Gagnon hitting .310. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Takes a look at ball 1 down low. Ramirez ready with the 1-0 to Gagnon. Abby pops it up. Over there to make the catch and retire the side is Hull at first base. Nighthawks done in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth. 2-1 Toros from Nampa, Idaho. We head to the top of the fourth here in Nampa, Idaho. Sean Wally with you. The NCAA tournament. West Regional. Abilera, the bunt. And out is called at first base. The throw just in time. Nice job on defense by the Nighthawks. Abilera made it close at first, racing up the line, but 1 down for the Toros. They lead it 2-1. Sam Kwiatkowski now fouls that one away, 0-1. A Toros victory, and they advance to the Super Regionals. a Nighthawk win, and they force game 2 later today at 4 Mountain Time. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Toros catcher, she's 0 for 1 today. Booth, the 1-1, upstairs for ball 2. The 2-1 from Booth. Skied to shallow left field. Shortstop out there in shallow left. Moreno makes the catch. 2 down quickly for the Toros here in the 4th. Julissa Gomez now the 3rd baseman for the Toros. She's 0 for 1 on the day. Booth at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1 from Booth. That's high. Count even, 1-1. Booth ready with the 1-1. Just off the plate. Looked good, but ball 2. Booth, the lefty, ready with the 2-1. That one is over. Evens the count, 2-2. Two down for the Toros, top 4. Booth, the 2-2. Ground ball to short. Handled there, fired across. Moreno, nice play at shortstop. That ends the Toros' top of the 4th. Nighthawks up, bottom 4 up next. 2-1 Toros here in Nampa, Idaho.
The legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
Bottom of the 4th we go here in Nampa, Idaho. Sean Wally with you. It's the NCAA Tournament, West Regional, Pod 2, hosted at Northwest Nazarene University. Toros lead it 2-1. Emma Bumate at the plate for the Nighthawks. She swings over top of a beautiful change from Ramirez. Ramirez at 50 pitches. She hit a home run in the 1st inning to tie the single season record for home runs at 20 for the Toros. Pulls the string again, gets Bumate over top, 0-2. So the Nighthawk slugger, she's homered in this tournament. She has 9 on the season. Ramirez ready with the 0-2. That one outside. One ball, two strikes to Bumate, the Nighthawk first baseman. Ramirez 1-2 outside. 2-2. Ramirez wants to be careful with Bumate. Anything middle in, she can tie this game with one swing. Ramirez 2-2 to Bumate. Slow roller to third, handled there. Throw across in time to get Bumate. Nice job by Gomez at third base. One down for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 13, KK Bell.
Left fielder KK Bell now for NNU. They trail by one. They need to win or they are out of the NCAA tournament. Ramirez fires ball one to Bell. Up in Bellingham, Washington, host Western Washington leading San Marcos 2-1. That ball high and outside, 2-0 now. Same scenario in Bellingham that we have here in Nampa, Idaho. The home team, the host, has to win to force a game two. The 2-0 over the outside corner for strike one. Bottom four, one down. The 2-1 to Bell. That's a little low. Count goes 3-1. Nighthawks head coach Rich Wagner coaching third base. He's in his 12th season as the head man here in Nampa, Idaho. The 3-1. Fouled away by Bell. Count full. 3-2. Bell 0 for 1 on the day. The 3-2, and she looks at a pitch right down Broadway at the knees. She'll sit down, being caught looking.
Emily Romero.
Two down for the Nighthawks in the fourth. Emily Romero now, the designated player. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. She takes a look at ball one from Ramirez. Mariah Ramirez, a 2.36 ERA on the season, the 1-0 over the outside corner for strike one. She's a fantastic 24-7 on the year is Ramirez. 11 complete games. The 1-1 to Romero. She takes a look at strike two. One ball, two strikes, two outs for the Nighthawks, bottom four. The 1-2. That's skied in the infield. Shortstop calling for it. Making the catch is Rico, and that'll end the Nighthawks in the fourth. We head to the top of the fifth. Toros, 2-1, they win, they advance here in Nampa, Idaho. Top of the order we go in the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th for the Toros, Alexis Aguado. 2-1 Toros. Aguado to short. Nice play over there by Moreno. She gets the bouncing ball, fires quickly because Aguado's speed. She's able to get her by a step. 1 pitch, 1 down for the Toros in the top of the 5th. They lead 2-1. Jay Ross to the plate now. She's 0 for 2, the left fielder for the Toros. Booth fires home. Ball low. Sean Wally here with you in Nampa, Idaho. It's the NCAA Tournament West Region Pod 2. 79 degrees as we head towards 81 later this afternoon. The 1-0. Bunt down, third base. Gagnon has it. Throw gets away and all the way into right field. Obringer unable to get it. It's stuck underneath the tarp. So Ross should be at second base. We'll see what they do. She has stopped at third. Rich Wagner talking to the home plate umpire about that right now. And now the umpires will discuss. You would think Ross would be at second with that dead ball. But I am no umpire. From the reaction of head coach Rich Wagner of the Nighthawks, doesn't look like it's going his way. He's saying the second Obringer puts her arms up that the ball's out of play. The dead ball, Ross gets the next base, and she didn't look like she was at second yet. Rich Wagner saying, "You gotta be kidding me." Taking his frustration back to the NNU dugout. Toros already up 2-1. Ross at third base, 1 down. It's a huge insurance run that was allowed to race to third, even with that dead ball in the tarp. Booth over the outside corner to Ramirez for strike 1. The 0-1 to the dangerous Ramirez, and she hits one deep to right center field. That bounces off the wall. Ramirez will have an RBI double to go along with her solo home run in the first. It is now 3-1 Toros as you look at Ramirez send that to the wall in right center field. Scoring easily is Ross. 3-1 Toros.
Coming to the plate for the Toros.
Here in the top of the 5th. Kaylee Hall now for the Toros with Ramirez at second after her RBI double. Booth fires outside. 3-1. Also now the score in Bellingham, Washington. Western Washington leading San Marcos 3-1. The Vikings need to win to force a game 2. Same scenario here, and then NNU has to win, but they trail 3-1. Each team taking time, talking things over. Hallie Swanson out there for NNU in the circle, making sure her team's Mentals are right. After the Ross double, she was allowed third. And NNU did not agree at all with that when the ball went into the tarp. Nevertheless, Ross would have scored from second on the Ramirez double. 3-1 Toros, top 5. Ramirez at second. Hole at the plate, the 1-0 from Booth. That's skied on the infield. Calling for it is nobody, and Gagnon and Bumate nearly collide. Thankfully for NNU, Gagnon does make the catch for out number 2. That could have been dangerous. The Toros out of the CCAA in California. NNU out of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. That's skied, foul territory, right field. Nice attempt by Mulligan, sliding on the grass, but it's a long strike. Light breeze picking up here in Nampa, Idaho at Halley Field. We're on the campus of Northwest Nazarene University. One strike to win. She's 1 for 2 today, the designated player for Dominguez Hills. The pitcher Ramirez is out at second after an RBI double. Booth fires a ball. 1-1 now. Toros lead it 3-1. If they win, they advance to the Super Regionals. The 1-1. Over for strike 2. Booth and the Nighthawks could use one more strike, get out of the inning. And see what their bats can do in the bottom of the 5th. They need 2 runs in the next 3 innings. That one down low. Count goes even, 2-2. Booth ready with the 2-2 to win. That's upstairs. Count goes full. Booth already at 71 pitches. It's Ramirez in your picture out at second base for the Toros. The 3-2 to win. That smacked to short. Nice job there. With the glove by Moreno, the throw across to Bumate in time for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Toros get one more. It's 3-1 Toros. It's the NCAA tournament from Nampa, Idaho. We head to the bottom of the 5th here in Nampa, Idaho. Sean Wally with you. Fast-moving game, 3-0 Toros. Obringer up now, takes a look at ball 1. Nighthawks need at least 2 runs to tie this game in the next 3 innings if they don't allow the Toros to score anymore. A Toros victory and they move on to the Super Regionals. Obringer fouls that away. Nearly hit Clark on deck. Count 1-1 to the Nighthawks right fielder. She's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Ramirez fires, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Obringer. She takes a practice swing, steps out of the box. Nighthawks need to come back, find a way to win this one, and force a second game today. Obringer takes a look at an off-speed pitch over the outside corner, can't pull the trigger. And Jamie will sit down with her second strikeout of the day. 1 down for the Nighthawks here in the 5th. Center fielder Ava Clark now. She hits that one down the right field line. It drops fair. Left field line, I should say. She's hustling for 2, and she'll get there. What a hustle by Ava Clark. Getting that ball, first of all, just inside the line. Drops right there, just about out of your screen. Clark thinking 2 all the way. Throw was offline. Nighthawks in business with 1 down, runner in scoring position. And they're back to the top of the order. Emma Mulligan now hit a 2-run homer yesterday. That would be fabulous for the Nighthawks right here, right now. Hits one to right center field. Racing over there, unable to make the catch in center field. Off of her glove, that's at Davis out there. Clark thought the catch was made, tried to go back to second, had to get called back to continue running to third, so she was unable to round third and score. But the Nighthawks still in business, 2 on now. As Mulligan goes to right center. And the entire Toros team on the infield, including the outfielders. You have to wonder if this will be it for Ramirez. First I've seen the outfielders race in to the infield. Home plate umpire out to the circle. See what's going on and possibly break this up and get back to play. Nighthawks with some momentum. They trail by 2 but have runners on second and third.
Coming about for the Nighthawks, shortstop Clarissa Moreno.
After all that, everybody returns to their defensive positions for the Toros. There is action in the Toros bullpen. Clarissa Moreno now for NNU. She's 1 for 2. She's their shortstop. The tying runs are aboard for the Nighthawks with 1 down, and Moreno is hit with the first pitch, and the bases are now loaded for NNU. If they're going to come back, now is their chance.
Number 24, Sydney Booth.
And Sydney Booth, a chance to really help herself as a pitcher, but to do damage offensively. Bases loaded, 1 down, Booth against Ramirez. Here we go. Ball 1. Clark at third, Mulligan at second, Moreno just hit by a pitch at first, Booth at the plate, the 1-0. She fouls that away. Count 1-1. 1 down, NNU trailing the Toros by 2. This is the chance the Nighthawks have been waiting for. Can they get to Ramirez? The 1-1. Outside for ball 2. To the delight of the Nighthawk faithful at their home field here in Nampa, Idaho. Something has to give here at NNU. The 2-1. Booth down the right field line, left field line into foul ground. That ball is caught for out number 2. Nice job out there by Ross in left field. Booth disgusted with that result. 2 down now for the Nighthawks. Bases still loaded. Can Abby Gagnon come through? The third baseman's 1 for 2 today. Nighthawks down 2. Sacks full of Nighthawks. Bases loaded. Ramirez versus Gagnon. Foul to the screen. Gagnon does have 4 home runs, 7 doubles. She'd take a walk, she'd take a base hit. Nighthawks need to win this game to force a game 2 today. The 0-1 to Gagnon, upstairs. Ramirez at 70 pitches. The 1-1 to Gagnon. Low and in the dirt. Ramirez kind of lost that handle on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Gagnon. Bases loaded full of Nighthawks. 3-1 Toros. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Ramirez versus Gagnon, the 2-1. It hits her, and that'll force in a run. This is not going to make head coach Rich Wagner happy at all. Are they saying Gagnon was out of the box? They're saying she tried to get hit, didn't attempt to get out of the way. So instead of it being 3-2 NNU with the bases loaded, it's still 3-1. That does count as a ball, just not a hit by pitch. The 3-1 with the bases loaded. Ground ball to third. Gagnon racing up the line, but the Toros get out of it. Bases loaded jam. Nobody scores. What a job by Ramirez and the Toros. Gagnon chopper to third.
5 innings.
Gomez, the play to first. Nighthawks leave the bases loaded. We head to the 6th. 3-1 Toros from Nampa, Idaho.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Back here in Nampa, Idaho, we head to the top of the 6th inning. Toros still up 3-1. They withstood the bases loaded for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 5th with just 1 out. NNU unable to score. Rico, the shortstop at the plate. She's 1 for 2 for the Toros. And she's hit by a pitch. And she's awarded first base, where Gagnon was just hit with the bases loaded and was not awarded first base. The Bluebirds are out from the Nighthawk faithful here at Halley Field on the campus of Northwest Nazarene University. Hallie Swanson out to the circle to talk to Booth. See what the Nighthawks want to do here.
Faith Hernandez is in the pinch run for the Toros.
Faith Hernandez pinch running at first base for the Toros. Sydney Booth staying out there in the circle for the Nighthawks.
Now batting Gabby Gandera.
Gandera in to hit. She bunts. Gagnon fires to first, and it is not in time. Toros now have 2 on and nobody out. Bunt down. That ball just dies in the dirt. Gagnon fires to first. Not in time. Gandera racing up the line. Fernandez at second. Gandera at first.
Pinch hitting Maya Lopez.
Maya Lopez pinch hitting now. She looks at ball 1. The 1-0 to Lopez. Skied into shallow right field. Mulligan over there to make the catch from second base. 1 down for the Toros here in the top of the 6th. In Bellingham, they are also in the 6th inning at Western Washington University in a must-win game for the Vikings. They lead at 6-1 over San Marcos, potentially pushing that to a second game this afternoon. Gomez now hits that behind first base, and that's going to fall in. Obringer picks it up, fires home. Base is now loaded for the Toros, only 1 down. Nighthawks had the bases loaded with 1 down last inning, couldn't score. Can they return the favor to the Toros?
Second baseman Alexis Aguado.
Top of the order now to Aguado. 324 on the season. And then you infielders playing in. They're already down 2, 3-1. Booth fires strike 1. Even the outfielders are in for the Nighthawks. 1 down, top 6. Toros lead at 3-1. A Toros victory, and they move on to the Super Regionals. The 0-1. Fouled away. 0-2. Only question, if the Toros win, is where they will play the Super Regionals next week. If they win here in Game 1, they will play either at Western Washington or at San Marcos. Booth, the 0-2. Upstairs. Sydney Booth would love a strikeout. She only has 2 today. She had double-digit strikeouts yesterday against St. Martin's. The 1-2. Shallow fly into left field. Is it deep enough to score? They're going to try. Now they stop the runner. Good catch, good throw out there in left field by Bell. 2 down for the Toros. Such similar innings, the bottom of the 5th, the top of the 6th. Both teams load the bases. So far, Nobody has scored, but the very dangerous Jay Ross is up for the Toros. She's 1 for 3 today. And the big bopper Ramirez waits on deck. Booth fires strike one to Ross. Huge spot in this game. Toros already up 2. Any more runs, and it's going to make it very difficult for NNU with just 2 more innings to hit. The 0-1 to Ross. Just a bit outside. Breeze picking up here in Nampa, Idaho. 79 degrees with wind gusts up to 11 miles per hour. Booth, the 1-1. Ross smashes that one to center, back to the track, but there to make the catch and retire the side is Ava Clark. Both teams load the bases in the last 2 innings. Nobody scores. For now, the top of the 6th, nobody scoring. That was a win for the Nighthawks. Can they bring the bats alive? Toros 3, Nighthawks 1, bottom of the 6th. Up next from Nampa, Idaho. Back here in Nampa, Idaho, Sean Wally with you. Here's a look at how we got to this point. Dominguez Hills defeated Concordia. Then they defeated Northwest Nazarene yesterday to get here. Northwest Nazarene beat St. Martin's. Then they lost to Dominguez Hills. Beat St. Martin's last evening to get to this game here. So what that means is Dominguez Hills a victory and they advance to the Super Regionals. NNU needs to win to force a second game here later today. Right now, all things good for the Toros. They're up 3-1. Bottom 6 we go. Just 2 more innings for NNU to come back in this one. Emma Bumate leading things off. She can change the game with 1 swing. But really, the Nighthawks need base runners as they trail by 2. The 1-0 to Bumate. That's high and outside for ball 2. 79 degrees here in Nampa, Idaho. Bumate going golfing for that one. Strike 1, 2-1. The other West Regional, hosted at Western Washington University. All smiles for the home team in Game 1. They're going to force a Game 2, most likely. Western Washington up 7-1 over Cal State San Marcos in the 6th inning. The 2-1 to Bumate. She takes a look at strike 2. Got to be aggressive up there, needing base runners and runs. Nighthawks trail 3-1. Nighthawks 16-2 on their home field. And Bumate hits it into left field, but not deep enough. And the left fielder able to race over there is Ayala to make the catch for out number 1. KK Bell a chance now for NNU. Just 5 outs left in the Nighthawks season unless they score at least 2 runs. Ramirez, the change. Ball 1. The 1-0 to Bell. Ball 2. Romero on deck for NNU. Winds picking up here in Nampa. Ramirez, the 2-0. Bell unable to find that one. 2-1. The 2-1. Bunted, but a line drive bunt right back to Ramirez for out number 2.
Emily Romero coming to the plate.
Emily Romero now with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Toros lead it 3-1. Romero's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Pops that one out of play. Romero, a sophomore from Eastvale, California. Ramirez, the 0-1 to her. At the knees for strike 2. Ramirez, 84 pitches. Here comes 85, the 0-2. Excuse me, check swing to stay alive by Romero. Western Washington now up 7-1 on San Marcos as they head to the 7th inning in Bellingham. That ball's crushed down the left field line, but foul. Two down, bottom 6. No balls, 2 strikes to Romero. 3-1 Dominguez Hills. The 0-2. Outside just barely for ball 1. Nighthawks need base runners, need some balls to find the grass. Ramirez, the 1-2. Catcher can't find it. It'll be a foul ball. Ramirez, the 1-2 to Romero. Gets her on strike. She can't find the pitch. And that'll end the 6th inning for the Nighthawks. Toros 3, Nighthawks 1. Top of the 7th up next from Nampa, Idaho.
Comes to the plate.
Top of the 7th we go here in Nampa, Idaho. It's the NCAA Tournament West Region Pod 2. Host Northwest Nazarene University and the Dominguez Hills Toros. 3-1 Toros. As there's strike 1 to Ramirez. Ramirez is 2 for 2 with a walk. She has 2 RBI, including her 20th home run of the season. That ties the single season home run record. One more, either today or possibly in the Super Regionals, and she'll have that record all to herself. Sydney Booth going the whole way. The 1-1 to Ramirez. Fouled back. Toros got an insurance run in the 5th. They would like more to ease tensions in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 to Ramirez. Upstairs. Booth rocks. The 1-2 to Ramirez. Up high again. 2-2. Booth ready with the 2-2. Ramirez was on that one, fouled it straight back. Can't get that much of the plate where Ramirez can have the home run record for the Toros all to herself. The 2-2 again. Low and in. Count goes full. Apparently it grazed Ramirez. And now she's at first base. Hull up now. Nobody out, top 7 for the Toros. She bunts it in the air, and Bumate can't get there in time. It hits the ground foul. That pitch high. In Bellingham, Washington, Western Washington has won game 1, 7-1 over San Marcos, and will force a game 2. Northwest Nazarene would love to do the same thing, but they're behind the 8 ball, trailing 3-1 to the Toros here in the 7th. Nobody out. The 1-2 to Hull. Ramirez is on first base after being grazed by a pitch. Way upstairs. Count 2-2. Hull is 0 for 2 with a walk today. Booth gets the strikeout of Hull for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th.
Now batting number 2.
See the fastball up and in. Hull can't catch it. Alani Wynn now, the designated player for the Toros. They lead it 3-1. We're here in the final inning. Booth fires home. Strike 1. Booth, the 0-1. Hit to second and bobbled out there by Mulligan. Toros have 2 runners on. You see the sharp grounder. Went off of Mulligan's glove and into shallow right field. 2 on for the Toros. They lead it 3-1. If they win, they advance to the Super Regionals to face either Western Washington or Cal State San Marcos, who are getting set to play a second game here this afternoon. That game's scheduled for 3 p.m. Pacific. One down, top 7 for the Toros. That ball fouled for strike 1. Rico, the Toros shortstop, 1 for 2 with an RBI and 1 strikeout. 1 down, 2 on for the Toros. Booth's 0-1, fouled out of play. The 0-2. Fouled back, clangs off the metal Halley Field sign. Booth could use a strikeout here with only 1 down. That ball just barely touched. Staying alive is Rico. That's Ramirez out there at second base. The 0-2 yet again with 1 down and 2 on. Bounces up there. Ball 1. Win picking up the 1-2. That's fouled back. Sean Wally here with you from Nampa, Idaho. Top 7, 3-1 Toros. 1 down, the 1-2 from Booth. High and outside. Count goes even, 2-2. A Toros victory, and they advance to the Super Regionals and will face either Western Washington in Bellingham or Cal State San Marcos in California. The 2-2. That's fouled away. Northwest Nazarene has the deck stacked against them. They need at least 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, maybe more depending on what happens here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 to Rico. It's lofted and a diving catch made. Double play possibility. They double up Ramirez. What a job at shortstop by Moreno. As you take a look at her running, diving on the grass in shallow left field, and the throw to second to double up and end the inning. Wow, a little bit of momentum and necessary deed there for the Nighthawks. They need 2 runs at a minimum to stay alive. Bottom of the 7th, final ups for NNU next from Nampa, Idaho.
Coming to the plate for the Nighthawks, number 20, Jamie Obringer.
It all comes down to this. 3 innings left in the Nighthawks season. Toros lead it 3-1 here in Nampa, Idaho. Ramirez still out there in the circle. Jamie Obringer, the first up for NNU. Fouls that down the right field line, out of play. Obringer, Clark, then back to the top of the order for Mulligan. Mulligan hit a 2-run homer yesterday, so we know she has power. NNU needs base runners. They trail by 2. A loss here, and the Toros advance to the Super Regionals, and the NNU season comes to an end. Ball 1. Obringer 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. She can't afford to do that here. But she went fishing on that changeup, came up empty. 1-2 to the Nighthawk right fielder. 91 pitches from Ramirez in the circle for the Toros. She homered in the first inning. The 1-2 to Obringer. Upstairs, ball 2. Head coach Rich Wagner in his 12th season for the Nighthawks, clapping as he's in the third base coach's box. The 2-2 to Obringer. Ground ball right back to Ramirez. That's not going to get the job done for the Nighthawks, but hey, that's a good thing for the Toros. 1 down.
Center fielder, Ava Clark.
Center fielder Ava Clark now. Toros 2 outs away from winning this West Regional and advancing to the Super Regionals, the 14th and 15th. Clark takes ball 1. If Clark can find a way to get on, Emma Mulligan, I mentioned it a moment ago, she's got power. Hit a 2-run homer yesterday. That would be the shot in the arm the Nighthawks need. That would tie the ball game, but a lot has to happen before then. Clark fouls that straight back. 1-1 now. Clark does have 1 hit today. Nighthawks need to get on by any means necessary. Bunt, walk, hit by pitch, single, anything. Bunt attempt, did she go? She did not. Count 2-1. And we saw in the bottom of the 5th, Ava Clark has speed. She was one of the Nighthawks on base when they loaded the bases with 1 out and could not score. And that inning may haunt Coach Wagner for the foreseeable future. Bases loaded, 1 down, and they can't bring anybody in. The 2-2. Clark hits it into left field, but right at Ayala. She makes the catch for out number 2. Nighthawks down to their final out in their season. Emma Mulligan a chance to keep hope alive. Toros 1 out away from punching their ticket to the Super Regionals. Ramirez over 100 pitches. Her 102nd pitch is over for strike 1. Nighthawks down to their final out. Can Mulligan keep hope alive? She's 2 for 3 today, hitting Ramirez well so far. The 0-1 she takes for ball 1. Ramirez, the 1-1 to Mulligan. Pops it up. Is it playable? Toros racing over there. It was playable, but they don't get to it. Just a long strike. Mulligan and the Toros down to their final strike. Not only in this game, but their season. 1-2 to Mulligan. Ramirez, the 1-2 on the way. Mulligan just got a piece of it to stay alive. She was on it though, because when you foul it straight back, you're so close to having great contact. No pressure. No pressure. Emma Mulligan. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Ramirez, the 1-2. Mulligan into left center, and that's gonna drop. Bounce on the track to the wall. Emma Mulligan keeping hope alive for the Nighthawks, bringing the tying run to the plate. As I said, no pressure, Emma. Mulligan goes deep to left center, where she placed the ball where nobody was. Bounced off the warning track.
Moreno.
And Clarissa Moreno now, the tying run for the Nighthawks, potentially. Moreno does have 5 home runs. She would love a 6th right here. 2 down, though. Nighthawks need 2 runs. Ramirez pulled the string, strike 1. The Toros get 1 more out. They advance to the Super Regionals. Nighthawks need 2 runs to stay alive. The 0-1 to Moreno. That's hit to left field, and this could do it. Waiting under it and gloving it is Ayala. The Dominguez Hills Toros upset the 2-seed Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. And the Toros punch their ticket to the Super Regionals May 14 and May 15. What a game. A great job by Ramirez, out pitching in the circle and also hitting. She hits a home run, helping her team every which way. Now the Toros just have to figure out who they will play in the Super Regionals. It will either be Western Washington University or Cal State San Marcos. The winner of the D2 softball Nampa Regional Championship, the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. They advance to the Super Regionals that will be May 14, May 15, either at San Marcos or at Western Washington. What a tournament. It's been a lot of fun. Great job by everybody here at host Northwest Nazarene. A disappointing finish for the Nighthawks, but a great season had here in Nampa. Thank you for tuning in this weekend. It's been a great NCAA tournament here on the campus of Northwest Nazarene. Sean Wally here saying congratulations to Cal State Dominguez Hills as the Toros advance to the Super Regionals. As they move on, good luck to them May 14 and 15 as they punch their ticket and advance.
Attention to the pitcher's mound. Presenting the participant medallions is Lisa McKinney, the West Regional Site representative from Montana State Billings, and Paul Rush, Director of Athletics at Northwest Nazarene University. Now let's recognize the players. Third base, senior, Abigail Gagnon. First baseman, Emily Hernandez. Junior shortstop, Clarissa Moreno. Junior outfield, Mari Kamamoto. Junior catcher, Kelsey Adams. Sophomore catcher, Kaylee Duncan. Sophomore utility player, Emily Romero. Sophomore pitcher, Lindsay Keala. Sophomore first baseman, Emma Bumate. Sophomore right fielder, Jamie Obringer. Sophomore outfielder, Annie Swanson. Sophomore outfielder, Olivia Bailey. Freshman center fielder, Ava Clark. Freshman left fielder, Kayana KK Bell. Freshman infielder, Lauren Bergevin. Freshman pitcher, Mia Traylor. Freshman pitcher, Olivia Davies. Freshman utility, Alyssa Jeffrey. Senior outfielder, Ciolo Church. And junior pitcher, Charlotte Fornes. And the coaches for AMU, Rich Wagner, Holly Swanson, Whitney Januardi, and Riley Thomas. Please congratulate NAU on a terrific season. And let's also congratulate Ball State Dominguez as they move on to the Super Regional. We want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting some great softball. Please drive home safely.